let's paint. Now, this session's subject is prints, as suggested by my good friend Denise Valasis. And I like the suggestion very much. I did choose to do him today because I'm wearing a purple look. And I just felt Purple Rain. And I'm using his Purple Rain look as the inspiration for this painting. Because that's what I was feeling. Like I had other ideas. I originally wanted to do his Bat Dance look. Cause that song is, I love that song. That's like my favorite song. I loved his look in that video and everything. But then when I did my TikTok with Purple Rain and I'm wearing purple, I'm like, okay, no. So I had this idea I was gonna have Prince, I was gonna have a bat and everything. I'm like, but after I did Purple Rain, I'm like, no, this is too perfect today. And I love matching what I'm doing, so I have got to do Prince today since I'm in my purple look. It doesn't always happen where I match what I'm painting, so this is very special. Alright, so Prince is another one. Everyone I paint pretty much inspires me, and I know one day I'm going to have portraits of people I don't know. So it'll be very interesting to talk about people I don't know when I do these paintings. But as of now, it's been people I know and celebrities. And so far, celebrities that have been suggestions are people I do love. I don't really see myself not liking any celebrity because I don't know them personally. So it's a good thing because it'll make it easy for me to do celebrities. I don't think I'd want to paint something I don't like. But if it ever happens, which I'm sure it won't, I'll just find good reasons. Talk about the positives. So let me begin my painting of the purple one, as I'm being the purple one as well. Alright. So it's going to be, I'm feeling a lot of special things are going to happen with this painting. So I'm going to map him out right now, where I want him. I want to make sure I have his fabulous frilly ruffles in this. I feel like it's very important to have his ruffles. But I also want to have enough room around his head because I want to include other important symbols in this. So I'm imagining I think I better just put the symbols in first so it works. We're definitely having a purple raindrop in this. Pardon me, I have to get one more quick reference. So, let me tell you about this reference. I saw a blue hummingbird today. We're outside my window, enjoying the my wildflowers and a monarch butterfly. So I'm feeling that I need to also I gotta put a hummingbird in this. A blue hummingbird. So let me just give a nice again, my dear Denise suggested this as well, and I think this will work perfectly. All right, so that's mapped out. Let's get back to you. So I love my paintings. When I do my paintings, I do not mind suggestions when I do these because, I mean, it's a collaboration. It's all about input. And I don't think it's I'm not really one of those artists that is completely, oh, okay, I am like that in a way when it comes to my personal things, like when it comes to my look, when it comes to my house, I do have a certain vision that I follow along. But when it comes to making these kinds of paintings, I don't mind listening to suggestions because I have different feelings when I do these paintings. Because I mean, these are personal for me, but they're also personal for other things as well. And I do not know if this makes sense. Because I do paint for myself, definitely. But if someone has an idea and I feel like it fits, I will do it. Now, I did ask, do you think a hummingbird will fit in with Purple Rain? And she said yes, so I'm fitting it in. And that is what I do. Okay. So. We're going to have lots of purple. Alright, so imagine you got this one here. And you have this here. It's going to be very interesting for me to differentiate the purples. There's always a plan. Alright, so now then, you have our purple raindrop. And it's so interesting because this year, when I did rain day this year in July 29th to be specific, I actually did purple. I did purple rain. I didn't do the song, but I did the purple raindrop. It was more my Skittles scheme, but still, it was a purple raindrop. And here I am, not even knowing I was going to even do anything like this. So my first encounter of doing prints wasn't very positive. From my first memories of prints weren't positive just because of my location. Okay, I didn't know anyone who liked prints. When the subject of prints came up, people usually just laughed and said negative things. I honestly didn't hop on the negativity train because I didn't. It was kind of like the same with Michael Jackson. It's kind of like you weren't allowed to like these wonderful musicians for some reason. And if you did, oh, there's something wrong with you or something. So I really didn't get into Prince until 1989 when I was watching MTV a lot. And that's where the first video I saw was Alphabet Street, and I loved it. I loved just his whole everything about how he did that song. I thought it was so cool. So that was like my first video I've seen of him. And of course, you know, if you know me, you know I love alphabets and stuff. And then when MTV started showing the rock blocks, I saw a video from 1999, I fell in love. And I thought, wow, he's awesome. Why did everyone make fun of him for it, you see? I did not see what the hate was all about. And then in 1989, when Bat Dance came out, that was the first video I really loved of him. I thought he looked so awesome in that video. So that's when I started to really pay attention to him. Every time Rockbox came on, I watched all the videos and paid attention. I thought I was impressed by the different styles he's done, different hairstyles and clothes styles, and I'm just like, and in my mind, I'm like, how can people not like this? This is cool. Like, what's wrong? Why is this bad? I didn't understand. You know, it's the same. You know, if you heard, like it was like a diss back then. Oh, you probably like Prince, or you like Prince. I know I don't. And it's like, and I did not understand why people said that. But when I found out for myself how cool he is, I'm like, whatever. I already like different things anyway. So I'm naturally going to like what everyone else doesn't like. And not because everyone doesn't like it, it's just I have different tastes. I mean, look at me. Not many people like the way I look. Do I care? No, they do it for me. So unfortunately, like, I mean, it would be nice if I wasn't so deterred, but you know, what can you say? Like, I mean, I know he came out in 1978, but my first time hearing of him, like, being mentioned wasn't until 1982. I know this is going all over the place. And that's, but it was like I said, when I heard of him, oh, you like Prince, you, and you know, I mean, I know now why it was an insult. But no one accused me of liking Prince, so. But I mean, if they did, I'll be like, I don't even know what his music is. Although I did, because when I started watching MTV, and I started to see all this music that I didn't realize that I liked, and figuring out who all the artists were to each song. I'm like, oh, I do like, when the songs come, Rockbox especially. Oh, I do actually like Prince. Oh, I know his songs. Isn't it funny how it works out? But I mean, my music, me liking music was very interesting when I was little because I went through this whole thing of denying that I like music because I didn't want to appear like an average kid. Because to me, all average kids like to listen to music. So I used to deny liking music when I was little, just because I didn't want to sound like I was average in liking music. Isn't that crazy? My mom used to say, what was the expression? You spite your face with your nose or something, or you shoot yourself in the foot, something like that. Because I just never wanted to appear average or ordinary. Average and ordinary was always a threat to me in my life. Let's give him his nice big old eyes, because he does have nice big old eyes. Okay. I'm just going to do a little forehead, because he has a lot of nice hair. Nice thick hair. You see your nose. What is your nose doing? Okay, I see your nose doing that sort of thing. Okay, your nose does that. Here's your nostrils. There's your nose here. Actually, what's funny, I can actually remember people. I think I grew up in a very weird town. People confusing Michael Jackson and Prince. I don't know how. They're both. I mean, I am going to be painting Michael Jackson in another session. Not today, but I don't know why I'm painting him. But it's just like, it's funny what you weren't allowed to like. Cause, okay, let me say this. When I was growing up, AIDS was new. So another thing was, if you liked Prince and you had AIDS. Ridiculous, right? But that's the mentality of how people, unfortunately, were back then. You weren't allowed to do anything, otherwise you had AIDS, and it got to be, it was so ridiculous. If you wore a certain color, you had AIDS, and it's just like, it's almost like, what a weird way to control people. Just threaten them and say that you have AIDS. Like, I mean, looking back, I never got that, really. No one really said, oh, you have AIDS to me. But if anyone ever said that to me, I was like, I do, and I'm going to give it to you now just by staring at you. Now, I don't know where I probably would just said I do not or something. I wasn't very good at defending myself when I was young. At all. Okay, let me see your lips. My curl is falling over my face. See, like that. Okay. Just like his. Alright. Let's get your lips in. So your lips. Be nice if I can get closer into your lips. So you have the lips I like to kind. You got the kind of lips I like to paint. Yes. I love your lips. Nice. Yeah, I like his lips a lot. Nice full lips. He's got a little bump here. Okay. No, this is not paint. I wasn't like that to get paint. Okay. Okay. I'll give you more of an ear. Okay, so now I got joggles of this. And it comes in like that. You got a little more here. Excuse me, my curl keeps going into my. I know, I close my curl. Alright. Guys, see what I'm doing. Alright. Come here. Alright. So that's pretty much my history with Prince. I obviously wound up thinking he's awesome and cool, and so is it if you just thinking about like when I was young, I got cheated out of a lot of. I feel like I was cheated out of liking a lot of cool stuff when I was young. I mean, today's celebration was Care Bears. Share your care day. I was cheated out of liking Care Bears. I was cheating out of a lot of things when I was young. Like I said, once the AIDS crisis hit, everybody was accusing everyone of having AIDS. And it was the stupidest thing in the world. Everybody was so afraid of catching the AIDS, as they said. I didn't say it, I said AIDS, but the AIDS. You have the AIDS. Do you have the AIDS? You know how stupid they sounded? Once people have fear, the world's not a good place when people have fear. It's like, shut up. Alright, so I'm really excited to see how this is coming along. It's looking awesome. Yeah, we're going in the right place. Hooray! Okay. So let's give your face a chance to dry some. And I shall work on the background. Okay, so I want to give the background a darker purple. I'm gonna make it like a blue, more of a blue purple. A blurple. Oh yeah. Purple. Now I know it's violet. Does it say violet on here? We don't even see your color. Usually it says the color. Anyway. Violet and purple are actually two different colors. Isn't that interesting? I just thought that was interesting. But I just call it all purple. I like the word purple. There's nothing wrong with the word violet at all. I just think purple rolls off my tongue easier. And I do like violet. Violet is more poetic to me, of course. Roses are red, violets are blue. Okay, you need more purple in here. It's a little too blue. Okay, let's give you your background here. See, last painting session had a lot of greens, but now we're gonna have a lot of blue and purple in here. Oh, you're still too blue. You're more purple. Alright, so let me mix this up. Let's get this background in here. And have more of a contrast. I want it to be, I do want more of a blue purple. It's purple or violet. So I saw a blue hummingbird today. I know it's my mom, and that is why I am including it into this painting as part of the purple rain symbolism. Now, purple rain to me means abstract. Something you all know I'm all about, abstract. That's what purple rain means to me. So, but seeing a blue hummingbird, because hummingbirds are usually orange and green, and I went to look it up and I wasn't really able to find the one that looked like the one I saw outside, because it wasn't deep blue, but it was like a light blue, but I don't know how to explain the blue. It's a very unusual blue, and it was beautiful. So, yeah, we're getting all brushstrokey here in the background. Get this back nice. Now it's him. Nice brush strokes. This is looking cool. Yeah, I like the color that I mixed. It's like it looks more blue than purple, but I do. And I don't mind doing monochromatic stuff. I mean, my own work, I do stuff like that. But I want everything to pop more in this. So wonder who will be the owner of this painting I'm painting. Because you get a video of your painting, of me painting this. So, let me say what Prince means to me. Prince means freedom, expression, being true to yourself. Okay, I mixed too much of the background color. Okay, that's alright. Let me get I gotta get the bird color in, and like I said, the bird is going to be blue. Like the bird that I saw outside. So, like I said, it wasn't dark blue. And that's the thing, the colors, when I looked up the hummingbird, on Google, they're all dark blue hummingbirds. This one was a light blue hummingbird. And, it's the same thing. It had the long beak, the wings were flying like millions of miles an hour. On my wildflowers. And so I want to. No, it wasn't light blue. It was like, I'm gonna see if I can get this blue. I'm gonna see if I can get the blue that I need it to be. It wasn't perfectly light blue. It was light. Blue is such an interesting color. Let's see. Wasn't super light, but it wasn't dark either. Let me get the color. There's the color. That's the color it was. And like, I was not able to find a picture on Google that looked like it. That color. There's either dark blue or there's green with it. There was absolutely no green with this bird that I saw. Now I'm not the only one who saw it. My boyfriend saw it as well. Because first I'm like, look at that beautiful blue bird out there. And he's like, it's a hummingbird. I'm like, what? It's blue. I don't think there's blue hummingbirds. And I went and looked, and sure enough, it was a hummingbird. And this is how it looked. And no, we did not get to get a picture of it because by the time we had a camera, it flew away. There's also a monarch butterfly with it. I believe my parents were saying hello and congratulating me on my art sale that I made today. It's a very joyous day around here for us. Do that. So let's put the joy into this painting. Like the joy that you put into our lives with your music. I think the raindrop will definitely need some blue lips and blue eyes. Okay. We're coordinating here. So as it turns out, when I looked up the blue hummingbirds, they are usually native to Mexico and South America. So I mean, that if it was one of those from South America, how and why did it come up here to visit me and say congratulations on your art sale? That's why. Okay. Now that those are established, time to use white. Time me get your shirt on, your ruffles, and your eyes as well. Get your eyes, oops. Let's get your eyes in there. Need more white? Take more white. Okay. I gotta give more eyes to this. And he's got nice round eyes. I see. Round. I want your eyes bigger, so I'm going to make them bigger, because that's, I meant to do them like that, but a lot of blending in, doing a lot of blending in today's painting. My art is constantly evolving. Okay, now let's get your ruffles. I love ruffles. Yeah, there's a lot of things I like. It's surprisingly, there's a lot of things I love that I don't wear. Like, I love ruffles, I love fringe. But I mean, well, the way I get dressed is completely different. But, like, let me talk about my original idea for this year's theme 2022, which is moon. My original idea was to wear nightgowns as my look. But the thing is, I needed my patterns, and it didn't work out like that. So, and I also wanted to have completely tulle hair braided into my hair. Now, without the tulle hair, without this, but I was not able to find tulle with just moons on it. Everything I looked for that had moons always had stars with it. And I'm like, is there anything that are moons without stars on it? Like, why do they always pair moons and stars together? So, I mean, that's how it works. Like, last year, my theme was sun. Moons are always with suns. I'm like, you're mixing my themes here. Can I have, like, just a sun without a moon? And without a face, too? Nope. And that's how I wound up creating all of my looks, because what I want doesn't actually exist. And if it does, it's like $3,000 million or something, or extremely rare, or it was a pin on Pinterest that doesn't exist anymore in real life. Okay, there's your ruffles. Now, it's hard for me to tell if this is silver on his jacket or gold. It looks gold. It looks gold to me. Well, the best thing I can do is look at other sources. So I found it fascinating that Prince's real name is actually Prince. His named after his father's stage name. Make this easier. Purple Rain. Let me get these images up. So, are you sober? I don't want to open it. Okay, it's sober. See what lighting can do. Yes, I watched Purple Rain before I did this. But I was caught up in the emotion when I was supposed to be paying attention to things like this. But what do you expect? It's an emotional song. Of course I'm going to get caught up in the emotions. That's something I do. I was feeling it. And of course I watched 1999. So, 1999. I have to do that when we go. So anyway, I feel like the video for 1999 was more 1999 than the actual year. Okay, let me tell you. When the year 1999 came, I was actually quite disappointed that things were not the way I was imagining them to be. Like, it was like a complete what happened? Why aren't we advanced in technology or style or anything? Like 1999, well, let me tell you something. The whole 1990s was a huge disappointment to me. As far as art and style and hair is concerned, because it's like once the 90s hit, that was it. There weren't anything, as far as I was concerned, creative, except for me. But anyway, I mean, like, going out in public, hairstyles, like, went from being nice and big and expressive to just, everyone wanted flat hair, and everyone wanted the Rachel, and that hairstyle still has not gone away. Not that I do like that hairstyle, but it's like, there's other hairstyles and haircuts that you can do. Do you know this? There are other hairstyles and haircuts besides the Rachel that are long that you can do. And there's other hairstyles that need to be invented. You know, like, do we have to continuously do these layers, like, every year? And I always think it's so funny. Hairstyle guide, all these hairstyle magazines. New hairstyle, new hairstyle. I'm like, it's the Rachel. 5 years later, it's the Rachel. 15 years later, we're still doing the Rachel 15 years later? 20 years later? Like, yes, it's a good cut, but it's not a new hairstyle. Stop saying new hairstyle when I've seen this, like, for 20 years already. I mean, the first time when I first heard the term the Rachel as a hairstyle, for me it was 1996 is when I first heard that haircut. And it was actually one of my goth punk friends that was considering getting a Rachel. I'm like, what's that? And because I didn't watch Friends back then. I wasn't into TV at that point. And fortunately, she didn't look at me like I was dumb or anything, because she already knew. She already knew, like, because I was always a big TV and entertainment and pop culture head. But at the same time, I used to go through a lot of phases where I stayed away from TV. I don't want anything to do with TV. I just need to be away from it all. No TV. So this is during where I wasn't really exposing myself to TV. So she said, oh, there's a show called Friends. I knew the show Friends. It's not like I didn't know what the show was. And she explained the style and everything. I'm like, what? Now, to me, the Rachel is a 70s hairstyle. So it wasn't even new in the 90s to begin with. If you were around in the 70s, and I was little when I was young in the 70s, 70s I was from 0 to 6 years old. But I do remember the different hairstyles. There weren't many hairstyles in the 70s. Well, in my region, girls either had their hair feathered or part down the middle and long, and sometimes they had bangs, and then different variations of those hairstyles. But I did know, I remember seeing on the show called The Patchwork Family. There was an exercise instructor. She had her hair She originally had her hair long, the typical down the middle long, and then one day an episode comes on and she has it like this. It's all going in, and I'm like, oh, that looks cool. I like that. And that was the first time I saw it, and that's back 1977. I was going to say 1976. It's Patchwork Family, yeah, Patchwork Family. And then here we are in 1996. I'm like, we did that 20 years ago. How's this new? Because my goth slash punk friend, she actually gave me a Chelsea. Now I love that. I don't like short hair, but the Chelsea, oh, the variation of it. Okay, my Chelsea didn't have the bangs; it just had the bangs that went to the side, and then I kept a long braid in the back. So I thought when she said the Rachel, I was expecting some really cool way out, like shaved thing. And then when I saw the Rachel being this thing that I knew like 20 years, I'm like, huh? I was surprised at her wanting it because she was goth. And, well, she was punk and goth. She flipped it all the time. And I'm like, you want that? Like, I mean, I thought it was cool, but it seemed so anti of her style. But then again, you don't define yourself with a style or anything. But no, she liked how it fell and everything. But she even knew that it was, she said, oh, it's a retro style. Like, after she explained it, I'm like, I know it's retro, it's very retro. But she wound up not doing that style. She just grew her hair in again. She used to always cut her hair. She's always cutting her hair. Her hair grew so fast, I was jealous. Like, my hair is extremely slow to grow. She'll shave her head off, and then like a year later, it's like down to here. I'm like, why? How? And then there I am, when I did have my head shaved by her, a year later, it's like still up to here. 2 years later, it's still up to here because I have curly hair. But even my stretcher didn't go that long, and it's just like, why? Yeah, I did have my head shaved more. It was shaved. See, the only way I'll shave my hair is if I keep some hair on my head so I can still play with it and do stuff with it. I've had quite a few shaved hairstyles, and they were fun. And why were they fun? Because I always kept a long piece of hair that I can braid or design or do other styles with. And so I never actually completely shaved my head. A majority of my hair was shaved. I'm so off topic of Prince right now, aren't I? Oh, he's just making me think of, the being daring and being different and being yourself. Being true to yourself. The reason why I shaved my head is because my hair, I straightened it, I bleached it, I straightened it, I bleached it, I hot ironed it, I blow dried it. It was no more. It was not even hair anymore. It was just this fried thing on my head. And I didn't want to shave it off. I didn't want to cut it, but it wasn't growing either like that. And I'm just like, well, I mean, me wearing my hair actually shaved didn't last long either, because now I was already putting extensions on the pieces that I kept on. I bought wigs. And then once it was like long enough, I just got braids. until it grew in. I was all about fake it till you make it. Alright, Mr. Prince. What color shall I do your lips? They're not exactly pink, they're not exactly red, so I got to make you a special mix for your lips. But you do have very nice lips. Okay. Some white and some, oh, what is it? Miguel, I need the red. Thank you. I don't know, I have to find more red, don't I? So, while we're on the subject of hair, let's talk about Prince's hair because he had a lot of interesting hairstyles throughout his career. Let's see. So I originally remember seeing him in Alphabet Street, so it was long. So 1988 is when I had cable put in my room, and that's when I was watching MTV like 24/7. So that's how I got to learn about all of the stars of the day. It's through MTV, and then when they had their Rock Block show, I learned even more. Let's give you lips. So let's do that. So when I did start to get to know him even more and more, I was extremely impressed by all the different hairstyles that he did and kept doing. And he didn't really, it's like Madonna, not really repeating hairstyles. But he didn't really experiment with his color that much, though. That would have been very interesting. Alright. Once again, alright, it's okay. It's okay. So, of course, I like him with long hair because I'm a long hair fan. And his hair is obviously going to go a little bit longer because that's what I do in my paintings. Everyone gets to have long hair in my painting. That's one of my signatures in my paintings. If you have long hair, I'll find a way to make it long, even if I have to put a little braid on it. You have extensions. That's just, yeah, that's part of my personal touch. Everyone's paintings. Okay. So where are we going to go next? So I gotta wait for your eyes to dry a little more. Or I can add more. Need more white in your eyes. eyes. I know you have brown eyes. Got such cool features. It's really a shame that he is not with us anymore. Alright, so no one recently has had ears in my painting, so definitely looking good. Very happy with this. Alright, so now we gotta continue. I believe it is black outline time. Make sure your ruffles are ruffling. Okay, so y'all know what time it is. Time to do some black outlining while we wait for him to do some drawing. I might do that for. Ain't that much black paint. Alright. Diamonds and Pearls, Kareem. Let's get the. Okay. start over here with Hummingbird. All right. Are you ready to come alive? Okay, I'm ready to make you come alive. Let's resurrect you. Some good music. You know, it'd be so nice to have more people inspired by you. Like, you know, I mean, okay, so here's the thing. He was obviously a huge inspiration, but do we know any artist that actually is like him? No. Like, you know, no one ever, to my knowledge, no one ever came close to copying him, which would have been nice. Like, I love his styles, and I just don't understand why, same with Michael Jackson. How is it these are big stars? How did people not, like, copy their styles or be inspired by them? That's something I always thought was interesting. Because, like, both Prince and Michael Jackson looked awesome, and, like, okay, because you have Madonna, everyone copied Madonna, and there's a style, there's a fashion. How come nobody that I know of copied Prince or Michael Jackson or who else was unique back then? Boy George. I don't recall. I mean, don't forget. You know, I was 8 years old at the time. People looking like that. Cause like I mean, like when Madonna was a huge influence on everyone. Like I did not get why Prince or Michael Jackson didn't get that style. Like, how come people weren't doing this? I know. I don't want to answer it. You have AIDS. Oh, people were so stupid back then. I tell you, stupid people, ignorant. You think people? Okay, people will say, "Oh, it was so simple back then." No, let me tell you that the '80s are completely romanticized. Okay, the '80s are not what people make them out to be. The '80s were everybody was afraid to get AIDS in the '80s. Everyone. And everybody, I mean, yes, you did have people with the big hair and having all these different styles, and they got picked on a lot of times. You know, like, oh, you're killing the ozone layer and stuff like that. I mean, like, just because you see it, not all the girls were very welcome to have their hair like that, and guys too. I had big hair. It was definitely not welcome on guys. I got a lot of flack for wearing my hair big. I did anyway though, because I liked it. I thought it was cool. But it definitely wasn't the style. Like, not every single girl had big hair. Not every well, not many guys had big hair. I mean, I wanted my hair to be huge. I didn't really get to have big hair until 1990 because I had a lot of trouble growing my hair due to really ridiculous things. But anyway, so like, but I mean, I grew up in a small town. I still didn't, and and like, people were just t-shirts and jeans, super basic, boring t-shirts and jeans everywhere. That's what everyone wore. If you wore t-shirts and jeans, you weren't gonna have AIDS, pretty much. That was the safest way of not getting the AIDS, as some people were very cringy of saying. So let's talk about positivity here when it comes to Mr. Prince. Definitely someone I thought was cool. Eventually, I when I started to have my own opinion on things and not really care. So I mean, if you're watching this, and if you were a Prince fan in the '80s, I'd love to know, because I honestly did not know anyone that liked Prince in the '80s. Well, anyone at least admitted to it. Let's get your. You know something? I did the eyes first. I usually do them last, but I did them first this time. So, like, I guess here's to some change. So yeah, I'd love to know who liked Prince in the '80s. And if you did people accuse you of having AIDS? Or were you lucky enough to be somewhere where people were a little smarter? didn't have many sharp. Nobody was that smart back then. Yeah, so I mean, being able to paint him makes me so happy because like finally like take that 40 years ago. I decided, even funnier, I decided to get AIDS today, so I painted a picture of Prince. Oh, I'm so silly people, I swear. Alright. And yeah, I'm very surprised I did it like this. I mean, it's okay. I don't have to have a certain order of how I do it. And I usually like to see the little eyes last. But I got to be first today. And it's okay. Where's my smaller brush for? Where's my smaller brush for Blickety Black? You don't have quite a mustache. One more lines. I like that. Nice lines. Almost dot-like. Actually, it is dot-like. You can go down like that. And you have this. You are looking awesome, my man. Actually, you are almost done. All I have to do is your ruffles. Okay, no, I need a jacket. I need jacket details. So I want to first give you a little more hair up here, because your hair isn't that flat. I'll give you some more volume here. Perfect. And now for here's what I'm waiting for. The ruffles. You know, we need the ruffles. We're getting there. We're not getting there. We love sexy thing. Okay. Wait till Denise sees you. Wait till the world sees you. So, it's been a really nice experience painting you. It's interesting how my idea went from Bat Dance to Purple Rain. But I mean, I'm wearing purple, and I like when things like that happen. I mean, if I were to orchestrate me painting only things of the colors that I'm wearing, it might actually be a little difficult for me to do. I like the idea of it, but that will limit my productivity if I did something like that. And I don't want to limit my productivity. I want to keep creating. But I mean, there was a time I was like that. If I was wearing like red, I only used red. So I was like that once. And it was fun until I needed to not use red, and I'm like, oh. And I do not want to limit myself creatively. Well, there we have it. I think, you know what, I have to give the hummingbird one more final touch. The hummingbird is going to get this color. I like the sky. That will work perfectly. And we just need get some shading in. Shade on, get some shading. Careful with the shading. Okay. If you look for touches, and you are good to go. one more. Special touch. Come on. Notice that. All right. I believe this is done. Let me just see if I can do that, and if not, it's okay. All right, Miguel, what do you think of Prince?
Yay! I think it suits him well. I like the blue bird. It's funny how we saw a blue bird today and there's a blue bird.
Well, let's suggest that I put it in.
It was?
Mm-hmm.
By who?
By...
Double?
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't even know that you saw a blue bird today?
I told her, guess what I saw out my window?
Oh, you
and
did?
she goes, you have to put it in the painting.
She knows you're painting now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So what do you think? Did I do it?
Yes, I think you did it very well. You got the ruffles right. You got the nice coat that he's wearing.
Nice coat. Alright, get a picture. I'm sending it to her.
With a dazzling effect on it. And you got the nice raindrop.
What do you think of how I did the background?
Is that the sky?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it looks good.
Because I wanted to do stroke instead of what I usually do with the big paintbrush and just that.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to do it with strokes.
I used a small one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did notice more detail in the background. I like the black on the bird. The black tail. The tail. Yes, the beak. Yes, yet it lifts.
See?
But it just looks like makeup. But yes, I like everything.
Alright, let's get a picture. I present to the world Prince and to the future owner. I hope you enjoyed the process of me making Prince. And my little stories that went along with it. Alright, enjoy, 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 enjoy.